Hey guys, it's Drewberry, and I'm back with some more data mine cards. Now, remember, you didn't hear this from me. In fact, go check out snap.fan. That's where I get all of these cards. That's where I got the ratings for my card ratings, where I kind of pulled a lot of the win statistics. You should go check them out. Sanktaglia, if you go to, I hope I'm pronouncing that right, but if you go to Discord, the official Marvel Snap Discord, you can message him there. He's the one who's doing all the hard work to data mine these cards, get us all this cool information so we know what's upcoming in future Marvel Snap content. So definitely give him a shout. He deserves it for all of his work. And then check out snap.fan. They do awesome stuff. They have all the cards there, and then also some of the new stuff, decks, win statistics, all that good stuff. So check them out, okay? But today I got 12 more data mine cards that we're going to review and rate. Crazy. It's crazy. These cards, you're going to see probably what you're seeing right now. I got some high rated cards here. These are some bonkers cards, some game defining cards. But just wait. As the video goes on, the quality starts to go down. And I'm a little worried about it, but we'll get to that, okay? So let's kick it off with Helicarrier. I think that's how you say it. I see an I there. I'm calling it Helicarrier. That's what I'm calling it. It looks cool. Another machine in Marvel Snap. I like how they kind of take iconic machines and put them in there. It's a 6 cost, 10 power. When you discard this from your hand, add 3 random cards to your hand. Okay, I don't like random effects in Marvel Snap. And if it's a completely random card, you just don't know what you're going to get. But it's discard synergy. And I think it's fantastic with discard synergy because one of the things that often happens, at least when I'm playing discard, is I run out of cards that I want to expend from my hand, right? So you just end up with this hand of valuable stuff that you don't want to discard, or your hand's too empty and you can't discard anything, so you're not buffing your Morbius or any of that stuff that you want to buff. So this kind of gives you a bunch of junk that you can discard and not worry about. I don't hate that. And worst case scenario, if you don't discard anything, it's a 6 for 10, which is close to like the vanilla 611 Hulk. Maybe. I don't know. It could be bad because of the random. It could be really good. You discard it early and you get some bonkers cards in your hand. Maybe that's even good too. I don't know. But I could see this having a spot. I don't like it. I'm giving it 4 stars. Did I just say I don't like it? I don't hate it. I don't love it. But I certainly don't like it. Don't like it. I don't know. Okay, what am I talking about? But this next card, guys, I'm stoked for this next card, okay? Can this please be in the game tomorrow? Hit Monkey. You know I had to put him in the thumbnail because I love him. Look at him. He's a monkey with a gun on his foot. He's holding it with his foot. I love it. But his effect is great too. So he is a 2 cost, 0 power. Not very strong, right? Of course. But he has on reveal gain +3 power for each other card you played this turn. Miracle. If you know Hearthstone, you know any other old card games, they always have these crazy decks where you just play like 10 cards in a turn and then you bonkers buff up some card or you do some crazy thing or delete your opponent or whatever it is. And this is that card. I could see something where you discount it with Sarah, a bunch of 1-drops, or you bounce them back with Beast, and you set up this turn 6. This is, I know it's 2 cost, but it's really like a turn 6 play because you're going to just dump a whole bunch of stuff. Imagine you just waited right to the end of the game, and you had 7 cards in your hand, right? One of them's Hit Monkey, and you got a Sarah discount on them all, so you played Sarah on turn 5, discount 6 cards, you draw 1 more card, let's say it's a 1 cost, whatever, and then you play all 6 of those cards. That's 18 power for a Hit Monkey, right? Not to mention all of the power that you're playing from those cards as well. I think it's bonkers. I love it. And there's on reveal synergy. So maybe you could do an Odin synergy somehow or anything like that, you know? Or on reveals trigger twice on Kamartage. What? That'd be nuts. I love it. 5 stars. 5 stars. I'm confident with that one. Okay, and then there's Kang. So Kang is technically in the game, but I don't know about you guys, but I've seen Thanos, I've seen Galactus, but I have never seen Kang. So I felt like I had to put him in here because I can't be alone in not seeing him yet. I don't know. Apparently he's in the game though. People talk about him, but I have never seen him from anything randomly generated. And I played quite a bit. So let's talk about him. So he is on reveal, look at what your opponent did, then restart the turn without Kang. Okay, my first thought was this was trash. We have Daredevil, who's going to see what your opponent does on turn 5, and then you react to it. And I was like, well, isn't that what Kang's doing? Because he's 5 cost. You're going to play him on turn 5, and just going to restart the turn without him. But yet, you used a draw on him, and now you're in this awkward spot. Like, yeah, you get to know what your opponent does, but now you have to have enough cards in your hand to compensate. Like, I doubt you're going to draw another card. It's restarting the turn without the card you just played. So it just didn't seem very good. But then I realized. It's not turn 5 that you play his card. It's turn 6. Of course. It doesn't matter that it costs 5. You're playing this on turn 6 to restart the final turn to know exactly how to win the game. That's insane. I gave him 4 stars, but now that I'm even saying it out loud, guys, I think it's a 5-star card because that is just nuts. Because, 2 reasons. Maybe you can't win the game. Maybe you can't win. You retreat and you don't lose as many cubes as you would have if you played out the game. And then 2, you win the game because Kang showed you how. So it's nuts. I think this card's absolutely insane. I shouldn't have given it 4 stars. If you're listening and you didn't just click on this video to see the ratings, you know I'm giving it 5. For all the people that are just skipping by and don't know and they're going to comment and be like, how could you give Kang 4 stars? Well, shame on you. And hey, while you're at it, why don't you click subscribe and like the video? I never say that, but I might as well just throw it in every now and then. Okay, Jean Grey. Jean Grey. How's Jean Grey not in the game? I was talking to my brother the other day about what X-Men cards are in the game and not in the game. And the first one he said is Phoenix. And I was like, oh my God, Phoenix, Jean Grey. They're kind of 2 different people, but still, they're not in the game yet. Like almost every other one is, but not those 2. So anyways, she is a 3/3 on reveal. The next card your opponent plays must be played here if possible. Pretty neat. I'm giving it 5 stars because I think it really forces your opponent into an awkward situation. What if they're trying to set up on a certain location, or maybe you already won that location? Like, I don't know. There's just a lot of combinations where you can force your opponent to do something really, really, really awkward that they might not want to do. And you have the benefit of it being the next turn, right? So the way I imagine this is on turn 5, you play Jean Grey at a location that you don't care about, right? And then you have the ability on turn 6 to completely win the game because your opponent will not be able to play cards there. If they were setting up for it, or they didn't, even if they weren't planning for it, if they have to react to what you're going to do, they can't because you force them into a certain location. So I think that's really, really good. It is only the next card, so I don't know. Maybe that's not enough, but it seems pretty good on like a turn 5 swing into turn 6. So I'm giving her 5 stars. Again, that might be too many. I could maybe we should switch Kang and Jean Grey. Maybe she should be a 4-star card. I don't know. Thank you for listening to this video because you're hearing my weird train of thought. Okay, let's move on to the next cards. We got Lady Deathstrike. So now you see the ranks start going lower here. Okay, Lady Deathstrike is a 6/4, and on reveal, she's going to destroy the enemy card with the highest power at this location. Very similar to Shang-Chi, but it's only going to destroy 1, and it's going to guarantee hit no matter what that power is, but it's the highest power at that location. So this is pretty good. I gave it 4 stars because if you've already locked in a location, if you can destroy the highest power card that your enemy has at another location, right, on your second location to win you the game, it's probably going to win you the game, right? Like, I feel like that's going to be enough to give you the advantage and win the game. Now, there's a few things to think about here. For instance, 1, you should be losing the game at this point. Because if you're losing the game at this point, she's going to reveal second. Because you run the risk of your opponent playing their highest or higher power card second, and you won't be able to destroy it. So you got to watch out for that. And she's only 4 power herself, so she's a bit weak on her own. And you're probably not going to be able to play anything else with her unless you do some kind of discount or magic or anything like that. So that's why she's 4 instead of 5, but I could see this winning a lot of games. All right, let's move on to Kitty Pryde. This is pretty cool. If you remember, she's the girl in X-Men that could like jump through walls and stuff like that. And her ability is you can pull this back to your hand at any time. So I give this 4 stars because think about this with any kind of bounce cards. If you discount her with Beast and then she's free and then you can just keep playing her. I don't know if that would work well. There's like collector synergy, right? Moon Girl, even the Devil Dinosaur package, that sort of thing seems pretty good to me. She's not a lot of power, so not going to win the game. But again, this is 1 drop, so you're really just using it to synergize with other things. You can get her out of there if you want to Killmonger your opponent. Kazar buffs, Angela, right? Angela, Bishop, buffing those up. There's just a lot of like combinations that could happen with this card, so I felt like it deserves 4 stars because it would find a way into the meta. Okay, now we get to the bad stuff. Legion. On reveal, change your other locations into this location. I'm not going to go into this one too much. It's a 5/4. The reason I gave it 2 stars, guys, is because... What am I doing? Is because the locations are random. We don't have a lot of control over locations with the current card pool. There's really only Magic that can control locations, and you're not going to want to change other locations into Limbo. So that doesn't seem very good. Yes, there's going to be the odd time where there's the location that you really want to hit, like Onslaught Citadel. That'd be fantastic, and then you have an ongoing deck with it. But you just don't know that's going to happen. There's so many locations in the game that why are you even banking on that? So I don't see this card working out. Luke Cage. Luke Cage ongoing, your cards can't have their power reduced. I like the fact that this helps out all of your cards, but there's just not enough, and it's not meta-defining enough to have decks of reducing your enemy's power. It's just not out there. There's like Hazmat. Yes, people make decks and they're really fun. There's like a gift-giving deck of giving people rocks, reducing the power, stuff like that. It's really fun, but it's just not prominent enough for Luke Cage to have value. He's only a 2/1, so you're not getting a lot of power out of him. He's not that expensive, but I mean, just like maybe with an ongoing package with the Spectrum combo, he's a nice fit in just in case. I know you're all probably screaming, what about the negative zone? Clintar, all the negative locations. Yes, that'd be great. But again, so many locations in the game, we can't rely on those. There's only going to be more locations as the game continues on with 1 week, so I just don't see Luke Cage doing enough, being worth taking out one. Think about it, 12 cards in the deck, guys. You're going to put Luke Cage in for that instance of a location coming up that's negative? Like, I don't know. All right, he's a 2-star card. Let's move on to the final 4. Ooh, this looks bad, but it's not all that bad. There's one I really want to talk about, but we're going to start with Makari. I'm not going to go into this too much. He's a 0/2, okay? So a 0 cost, so that's pretty good with Jane Foster, the one that pulls the 0 cost cards out of your deck. And if you do draw him, he's going to be placed immediately at a random location. That could hurt you, you know? Like, let's talk about those negative locations. He could, like, just take up a spot. And you're like, oh, God, why did that happen? He placed randomly. He's played randomly because you don't know when you're going to draw him unless you Jane Foster him out. He's not a 1-drop, so he doesn't get Kazar buffs or anything like that. I don't know. I just don't think this card's good at all. Tell me in the comments how this could be good, because I don't see how it could. It honestly could be a 1-star card for me. But I gave it 2 because it's 0 for 2. And I don't know. You don't have to worry about playing it. I don't know. Okay. Maria Hill. On reveal, add a random 1-cost card to your hand. So this is really reminiscent of Agent 13, the 1/2, add a random card to your hand. This is a little more focused that it's a 1-cost card to your hand, but she's not even a 1-drop herself. So if you're doing a 1-drop deck, then I don't really feel like that's worth it that much. Maybe you're trying to do a thing with Bishop and Angela and all that stuff, but again, I just don't like the randomness. And there's not a good enough payoff here, and then it's a vanilla 2/3, so I just don't know how I feel about it. I'm going to give it 2 stars. Mephisto. Okay, as a content creator, or trying to be anyways for this game, this is an amazing card. This is so cool because it's so unique to Marvel Snap. You wouldn't see anything like this in any other game, at least not that I know of, card game anyways. If you win the game, double your winnings. 6 cost, 0 power. So I'm giving him a 1 star, but let me explain myself. This is 5 stars in my heart, okay? It's also 5 stars in a negative deck, because it's then going to become a 0, 6 power, and you get to double your cubes if you win the game, which you probably will if you pulled off negative and got this card. Right? I didn't miss it, guys. I didn't miss that combo. I know that's a thing. I'm putting it a 1 star because it only works in that deck, and I have a suspicion that Mr. Negative there is going to get a nerf somehow upcoming, because everyone keeps talking about it as a nerf target. And maybe it won't be that good. Maybe it won't. I don't know. But it's pretty darn cool. It only fits in that deck unless you're just a madman content creator that wants to do a random challenge like Drew Barry. but I want this card yesterday. But anyways, super cool. In my heart, 5 stars. In a negative deck, 5 stars. But everything else, 1 star. Unless there's another combo, let me know in the comments below. You guys really helped out with the last video with some combos that I missed, so definitely tell me some combos with this guy. Last card is M'Baku. So if this is in your deck after the final turn, it jumps to a random location. It is a 1 mana, 2 power, not good. Doesn't synergize with anything other than being a 1-drop, but it has to, the effect only takes place if it's after your final turn, and it has to be in your deck. There's just not enough cards in your deck in most cases at the end of a game. Like, you're talking like 3 or 4. So there's a good chance you're going to draw this and it has no effect. Even worse, it doesn't actually have no effect like Misty Knight would, so you can't buff it with Patriot. So what are we doing here? Why am I running this? Am I running it because I'm running a flood deck that's 1-drops? Well, shoot, I already flooded the deck by the time this thing flies out, and it probably is flying out to a location that I don't care about because I committed cards to the locations I care about, because that's what you do in Marvel Snap. So this is a 1-star. I'm pretty confident about this one. This guy's a 1-star. Anyways, Mephisto, 5 stars in my heart. I can't say that enough. It's so good. Let me know what I got wrong. Tell me which card you guys are super excited for. And thank you for watching. Thank you for checking it out. Go over to snap.fan and check out all their statistics. You can even upload your profile, guys. If you have Android, you can upload your profile and track your win rates with certain cards, decks, and all that good stuff. Really cool stuff. Go check them out. Thank you for watching. Subscribe and like the video. If you're into this stuff, I'm going to keep going. I love Marvel Snap. We're going to keep making content, and I'll catch you guys next time.